Alrighty, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Thursday Night Live Rare Coin and Silver Auction with me, Raven of RavenHawk Coins. Hope everybody is doing well this evening. It's going to be a fun night. We got nothing but silver giveaways for the early bird, the midstream, and the industream, my friends. Hopefully you guys are doing really well, that you've had a nice long week that's been relatively drama free. What's up, Pep? What are you doing, girl? You coming in here early, huh? You want to come up here? Come on. You are so lazy these days. Here, I'll help you. You shorty. There's the Pep. All right. You're a good girl. You're a good girl. Yes, you are. All right, but everybody, good to see you. Hope you're having a great evening. I see we got J Mask in the house. Create craft coins and collectibles. Invisible River Ranch. Teacher 1388. At least I thought I saw Invisible in here. I could be wrong. Brother Bill Driscoll, Bombay Sapphire, 40 months as a Silver Hawk. Muscle Shell is here. Good to see you, Muscle. Tom Thumb, Brother Bill Driscoll, John Camper, Ty McFadden. How are you guys doing? Coin Silver, D. Drake 88, Wolf Tracks is here. Cassie Hall, KJ in Ohio, Justin Cummings. How you doing, brother? Tom Thumb, Cool Things Texas, John Jacobs, J Money, Lone Star Fox is here. Ron Pierce, Den Mo. How y'all doing? All right. Tonight's early bird giveaway, ladies and gentlemen, is this really cool 1943 Mexican un peso. And I think I have it in a little bit in the wrong spot here. Let me see if I can get this to line up properly finally. Or do I need to be over here? Nope, I had it in the right spot. It's over here. Alright, let's see. Let's do this. There we go. We're going to give this bad boy away. J-Dog with a $5 super chat says, "Hey, yo, you better call somebody, brother." Alright, let's start the early bird giveaway. And to do that, I need to turn on the stream bot. Sorry I'm a little bit off, guys. I fell asleep at a weird time almost right before the show, and so I had to wake up real quick. Let me see here. Giveaways. Turn this on. Alright, guys. Good luck, everybody. Thank you for being here. What's up, True Seeker? How you doing? Vincent Caparina, Crawdaddy Stex. You back, Peppa? What's going on, girl? Huh? What's up? Do you need anything? Huh? What? 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 Silly girl. What are you smacking your lips for, huh? What are you smacking those lips for? Pretty girl. Yes, you are. You're a good dog. All right. Silver Streak, how you doing? J-Dog says, "Woo woo, Peppa." John Camper, how you doing, my friend? Colorado Mountain Mama, Double J is here. Corey the Treasure Hunter, J Money, that one VR4, Christopher Sherman, Jimmy Lacari. I guess I was wrong on an Invisible River Ranch. Maybe. I don't know. I normally see him here. Hopefully he's doing all right. What is it, Peppa? You're usually hiding playing with the kiddos, and you're just high maintenance tonight, huh? Should we change your name to Jaime? Miss High Maintenance? Alright, go on. Go play. Go play. Go eat something raw. All right. What's up, Vote for Pedro? How you doing, brother? Good to see you. All right, let's see who the winner is here in a minute or two. I know we started a couple minutes early, so I'm going to go let Peppa out real quick and grab something to drink. I'll come back. We'll see who the winner is, and then we'll start the giveaway. Oh, and the auction. What? You need to go potty? Huh? Is that why you're bugging? All right, I'm coming. Yes, Peppa. You are a diva. You are. You want some more? All right, there you go. Peppy Von Long stocking. Okay, I got a story to do, kiddo. All right, let's see who's going to be that winner, ladies and gentlemen. J-Dog. All right. Let's see who's going to win in 3, 2, 1. Booyah. Harley Babe, ladies and gentlemen. Longtime supporter, Harley Babe, with the win. Congratulations to Harley Babe. If you guys are in the Texas area, Saturday I will be in Texoma for the Denison Sherman Texoma Coin Show. Get to leave tomorrow afternoon for a Saturday show out there, so that should be fun. Hopefully can find some goodies. You just never know. All right. So let's start this off, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see where we're at here. Everybody's all good to go. We got quite a few goodies in the nest. Stuff we're going to start off at just $1, some of it, because you know how we like to do the below spot stuff. So this is the first item. It is 1968 BU from Mexico. Am I in the wrong spot? Yes, I am. All right, 1968 BU Mexico. Now I know that camera. You know, I'm trying to do the stream in the two different. Oh, there we are. The two different formats, and sometimes it's harder to actually make it happen that way. All right, this coin has about a 40. Well, you know what? Silver went down drastically, so the melt value has changed on this. But you know what? We're gonna start the bid off at $1 to see what happens. Good luck, everybody. What's up, Mud Swat? Crawdaddy Stacks? No, depended on who the dealer was that you went to. People around me were pretty relatively fair. Guys, our Lone Star Fox coming in at 22 with the Ty McFadden stepping back into the action at 25 and staying alive. Matter of fact, let me see. So at 70 equals 75 times. 208. Wow. Okay, so melt value on this is just about $39 now. So that's where the melt is. Lone Star coming back with the George of his own, ladies and gentlemen. Lone Star in the lead at 27. Christopher Sherman, here's the thing. It took off so high that it's insane where it got to. It does not surprise me at all that it's in the mid 70s, and honestly, it should slide back down even further. I know that's not the popular thing to say. That's not the very clickbaity, excitement way to do it, but you know, a fast rise definitely makes for a fast fall. All right, going once to Lone Star at 27, ladies and gentlemen. Lone Star in the lead at 27. Going twice. Lone Star in the lead, looking for 28. Guys, Alex Kalish at 33 coming in with the bomb on us. What's up, Alex? Going once. Alex in the lead at 33, looking for 34. Do we hear 34? That's weird. It didn't do my going once. There we go. Going twice. What's up, Steve Hendricks? Guys, Alex in the lead at 33, looking for 34. Last call for Mr. Owl. Key. Hall. Lone Star at 34. Do I expect to see $30 silver again soon? No, but it wouldn't be shocked to see 50-ish, says Christopher Sherman. Going once to Lone Star, looking for 35 to stay alive. Going twice. Lone Star in the lead. Alex says, not a bomb at below melt, Migo. Last call. Lone Star in the lead at 34, looking for 35, all in. Fair warning. Warning. Crazy Stacker says she's calling 45 bucks an ounce. This bad coin is sold. To Lone Star Fox for 34, ladies and gentlemen. Lone Star Fox. I know it says PM, but we know him as Lone Star. You know, I saw somebody says it's a good time to buy 90%. Wait, did Alex get in before the hammer dropped? Let's take a look. Oh, Alex just missed it, guys. What's up, Shimbone? But Alex, you have a chance at another one tonight. Alex, I was looking for those Mercs that you asked for, and we don't have. I meant to text you, or not text you, email you, and we didn't have those dates in the folder right now. We'll probably get them in sometime soon, but I will keep my eyes out for you on the Merc dimes. All right, lot number 2. What's up, Savvy Stacker? This one is probably one of my favorite items on the night, and it is the 1941 clipped planchet right there, annex graded at a 2.96 grammer EF40. Very cool to see a clipped planchet coin in the nest. Probably worth about 35 to 45 bucks, give or take. And we will start the bid off at $1. Good luck, my friends. Good luck. Yes, Mexican silver does very well in Texas. Guys, Ty McFadden coming in at 15 with the George. Vote for Pedro coming in at 25 and staying alive. Vote for Pedro in the lead at 25. Jay Williams coming in at 30, ladies and gentlemen. Jay in the lead at 30. Looking for 31. Vote for Pedro at 31, my friends. V for P in the nest. Look out. Vote for Pedro in the lead at 31. Looking for 32, like Mr. LeFew. What you gonna do? Going once. Jay Williams at 35. Looking for 36, my friends. Going once again. Jay in the lead. Vote for Pedro says, I got 36. Coming in at 36 is Vote for Pedro. G-Dub has a clip bicentennial half. Nice. Jay Williams at 37, ladies and gentlemen. Jay in the lead at 37. Looking for 38. Vote for Pedro coming in with another George at 40, ladies and gentlemen. George going once to Vote for Pedro at 40, my friends. Going twice. Vote for Pedro in the lead. Vote for Pedro and Jay battling it out. Jay coming back at 41 with the snow. Going once. Vote for Pedro at 42. Looking for 43. Do we hear 43? Vote for Pedro in the lead. Jay Williams coming back alive at 45, ladies and gentlemen. TVM just subscribed. Welcome to the nest, TVM. Vote for Pedro at 46 in the mix. Back and forth battle going on, my friends. Vote for Pedro in the lead. Going once. Looking for $47 to make us holla. Going twice. Vote for Pedro in the lead at 46. Looking for 47. It's 3 times for the Nesties, a.k.a. Let's Call. Jay Williams not backing down, my friends. Going once at 47. Looking for 48. Jay in the lead. Vote for Pedro coming back strong at 48, ladies and gentlemen. Going once for Vote for Pedro. Looking for 49. Going twice. The battle between Jay and Pedro is epic. Last call for Mr. Al. Key Hall, my friends. Vote for Pedro in the lead at 48. Looking for 49. Do we hear 49? Jay says, you got me, Pedro. All in. Fair warning. Warning. This bad coin is sold to Vote for Pedro for 48. Rick D says it's going down. Right on. Vote for Pedro. Always good to see him. If you guys don't know about Vote for Pedro, he has been a force in the community, heading up one of the major fundraiser communities. Gets a lot of us together to do the Wounded Warrior Project. So that's pretty cool of him. All right, next one coming up, ladies and gentlemen, is a Carson City to fill one of those holes. This is a Trader B Burt holder. So it's got that his trademark purple, but it's an 1890 Carson City. It is an About Good 3, but this is a better date, harder to get. And in the higher grades, this coin is ridiculously expensive. I think it's cool, something that can fill somebody's spot that they really need that 1894. So I do have a reserve at 120 on it. I think that's really fair. It retails for about 135, 140. So good luck, my friends. Good luck. Someone paid $600 to win one on his game. Wow. That's pretty epic. All right, so the 1890 Carson City up for grabs. And you know what? Worst comes to worst, I take this to Texas with me and we see what happens there. But no stress at all, my friends. All right, so we're looking for 120. Going once. Looking for 120 on the 1890. Do we hear 120? Vote for Pedro coming in, ladies and gentlemen, at 120 with the George. Going once. Looking for 125 to stay alive. Going twice. It does look pretty good for an About Good. I agree, retired old guy. Last call. Vote for Pedro at 120. Looking for 125. All in. Fair warning. This bad coin is sold To vote for Pedro for 120. Vote for Pedro. Back-to-back wins on the night, ladies and gentlemen. Holy cow. Congratulations. Nice coin. And I don't normally, like you guys know, I stay more with higher grade stuff a lot of times. But when it comes to really hard key date stuff, sometimes you're happy to just be able to fill the spot, you know. All right, next one up. I'm going to my brother for his birthday. Nice. Glad we could help, bro. All right, on this one, we're going to use the Invisible River Ranch scope, also known as the Invisible Scope. Right here, this is a 1907 Denver Barber dime. Here is the obverse. You can see it's got the full Liberty in the headband there. The obverse and the reverse. There's that Denver mint mark. You know what's crazy is the Denver mint mark looks huge compared to the Denvers you see on other coins, you know. And so, yeah, I guess Invisible River Ranch might be up to something else, you know. He sometimes takes a little hiatus. There's nothing wrong with that. All right, let's see what I have on this one. This coin is probably worth about 35 bucks or so. And we'll start the bid off at, we'll start it off at 10 and see what happens. Good luck, everybody. Good luck. Yep. There's that song that's about that by Chicago. Everybody needs a little time away. Guys, Mr. Edwards coming in at 15. Vote for Pedro, trying to get in there. So because of my acid reflux, I can't eat garlic anymore. I love garlic. However, I can have garlic-infused oil. I bought some garlic-infused EVO. Oh, my God. I'm in love. There you go. Vote for Pedro at 18. Alex Kalish with the George coming in at 35 and staying alive. Going once for Alex, ladies and gentlemen. Alex in the lead at 35, looking for 36. Going twice. Alex in the lead at 35, looking for 36. Last call for Mr. Al. Key Hall, ladies and gentlemen. You know how we do it. We do not slow roll here. If we have hardly any bidders and whatever the price is, we just keep going because your time is valuable too. I love having you guys here hanging out with me. Please don't get me wrong about that. But I also know that you guys have other stuff that you like to do, and it is awesome that you're here with this old fart selling coins every week. I really do appreciate you. All right, all in. Fair warning. This bad coin is sold to Alex Kalish for 35. Alex with the win. He looks like he put in another bid. But Alex, you were already in the lead at 35, unless there was a held back comment that I didn't see. Alex outbid himself. Yeah, so Alex at 35. All right, Alex Kalish. Thank you, Alex. Appreciate it. What's up, James Barron? How you doing? What's up, Jungle Marine? Good to see you, brother. Brother Bill Driscoll in the nest. Now, remember, we're going to give away some silver after lot number 10 tonight. We only have 21 items on tonight. This next one is a 1903, harder year to get. In a CAC holder, it's an MS61. And I found out there's dealers that feel that the CAC graded coins should get a premium. I don't really believe in that. I think that the ones that they've, done the third-party grading on, that makes sense. But I don't think that their own graded coins should have that extra valuation that they seem to get. But hey, I'm just one person. All right, this is a semi-key date. The reserve on this is at 120, my friends. More than fair. Good luck to everybody out there. What's up, Deborah Walls? How you doing, my friend? I love scallops and shrimp and crab and lobster. Guys, Shinbone coming in at 120 with the George, my friends. Shinbone in the lead at 120, looking for 125, going once. Shinbone in the lead at 120, looking for 125. Do we hear 125? Going twice. Teacher 1388 in the house. Jay Williams coming in at 125 with the Snope. Jay in the lead at 125, looking for 130, going once. Jay in the lead at 125. Do we hear 130? Going twice. Jay in the lead. Last call from Mr. Owl. Key. Ho, 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 ho. Jay Williams in the lead at 125, all in. Fair war. Shinbone coming back with a George, ladies and gentlemen. Shinbone in the lead at 130. Now we're looking for 135. Do we hear 135 going once? Shinbone. Jay Williams says he's got 135. Looking for 140 going once. Going twice. Jay in the lead. Looking for 140. Last call. What's up, Especialo? Jay Williams at 135. All in. Fair warning. This bad coin is sold to Jay Williams for 135. I misread the spreadsheet on this one. Thought it was CC. That's why I didn't bid on the first one. Well, we got more CCs coming out tonight, my friend. So no stress there. There's never any pressure. Jay Williams, thank you, my brother. Shinbone, thank you as well. I appreciate both of you. And it's always cool when Jay buys something. I get to see him at the shop. Jay, I'll be at the shop tomorrow, but I'm going to be gone about 3 o'clock to be on the road for the Texas Coin Show in Texoma. I'll put Jay's stuff to the side to make sure I don't forget it. All right, next item up. What's up, Matt Wing? How you doing? We have a 1907 Indian head cent. This thing is gorgeous, my friends. Booyah, right there. 1907. It's got some toning on it. This thing, it's got pretty much four diamonds right there. And you can see the L, the little L that's supposed to be there right there. Very nice coin. Beautiful condition here, to say the least. And let's see here. Valued probably at about $35-40. I got a reserve on it at 25. I think 25 is a fair start. So good luck, my friends. Good luck. No Kami says it's crispy. Cool thing says wowza. Yeah, the purple's cool. Guys, Scorpio at 25. Cool things at 26 in the mix, my friends. Cool things in the lead at 26. Looking for 27. Do we hear 27 going once? We got two bidders, so we're going to go pretty quick. Going twice. Cool things in the lead. Looking for 27. Scorpio in at 27, ladies and gentlemen, with the snow. Cool things at 28. Looking for 29 to make it fine. Do we hear 29 going one time? Cool things in the lead. Going twice. Cool things, Texas. Into the lead. Nice scope. There's Invisible River Ranch. Heck yeah, brother. Last call for Mr. Alcohol. Anybody knows that Invisible River Ranch is the reason why we have such a beautiful scope. Out to cool things. Great pickup, says Scorpio. Heck yeah, brother. That is for sure. All right, all in. Fair warning. This bad coin is sold to Cool Things, Texas. All right, Cool Things with the win. Congratulations, Cool Things, and thank you, Scorpio, as well. Another thing I want to say, guys, is thank you so much for all the awesome comments that I've been seeing in the videos. Stephanie, Sean, and I doing the Coin Shop Talk series. That show has gotten pretty popular, and it's really cool to see the change in viewership. We've been getting a lot of really good views. So just want to say thank you again. All right, next item up, we have a 1915 San Francisco Barber half, ladies and gentlemen. 1915 San Francisco. I'm going to put it under the scope again so you get a little bit of a visual. So there you go. You got really close to full Liberty. You know, it's LI, then partial B, ER, and then you see the full TY. Full rim and everything. A little nicer date. Plus the San Francisco mint mark there. And that is a bona fide Barber half. I do have a reserve on this one at $50. Retails for probably about 65 to 70, somewhere in there, in this condition. So 50 is still a deal. And it's nice to fill a spot in your Barber halves. All right. Good luck, everybody. Keep the bidding clean like Mr. Bean. And like I said, Gary S. in the nest, ladies and gentlemen, coming in at 50 with the George. Going once, my friends. Going twice. I'm telling you guys, I swear by celery. It is the best heartburn cure out there, and it's all natural. Last call. Guys, Alex Kalish in the dish coming in with the bomb at 60. Going once, my friends. Alex in the lead at 60, looking for 61, going twice. Alex don't mess around. When he sees something he wants, he goes for it. Last call for Mr. Alki Hall. Alex at 60, my friends. All in. Fair warning. This bad coin is sold to Alex Kalish for 60. Hey, Invisible River Ranch, my dogs are doing amazing on the raw diet, brother. I mean, absolutely happy, more energy, and staying nice and slim. You know, it's really kind of cool. What's up, Roy boy? Good to see you, my brother. Alex Kalish. All right. Congratulations to Alex. Lot number 8. Remember, we're doing a giveaway after lot number 10. We're going to be giving away some Mexican silver, a 1933 un peso. Absolutely, positively gratis. All right, next item up, we have an 1891 VF20 seated Liberty dime, ladies and gentlemen, right there in front of the scopage, the Invisible River Ranch scopage. You know what, man? The scope always makes me realize it picks up everything. It makes me look like I have the world's dirtiest nails. All right, there's the reverse. There's that O mint mark on there that makes it a nicer, little bit nicer date to have. And probably worth about $30 to $35 retail. And we're going to start the bid at just $1, my friends. Just $1 to start us off. It's okay, I'm not selling my nails. That's funny. All right. Guys, Crawdaddy Stack starting us off at 15 like Mr. Bean. Looking for 16 in the mix. Yeah, definitely email the Wounded Warrior Project through Vote for Pedro if you want to do something towards that. It is a great cause to be a part of. Need a manicure, says Rockzilla. Going once to Crawdaddy at 17. Ladies and gentlemen, looking for at least $18 for good lucks. Going twice. Crawdaddy Stacks in the lead. About to get a phenomenal shin bone coming in at 20, ladies and gentlemen. What kind of scope do you have? I can't see very good with my pluggable play anymore. This is a Tomlov, and it was sent to me by Invisible River Ranch. All right, guys, vote for Pedro at 21. Wayne Lynn and Buy Up Gold and Silver were in there, but looks like vote for Pedro in the lead at 21. Looking for 22. The deuce on the loose, going once. Any of the Tomlovs are really good microscopes, and it is a better one. Guys, Crawdaddy Stacks on the attacks at 22. What you gonna do? Pedro at 23, ladies and gentlemen. Back-to-back Georges going on. Going once. Okay, Weston, how you doing, brother? Going twice to vote for Pedro. V4P, ladies and gentlemen, in the nest. Last call for Mr. Al Key. Ho, 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 ho. Those of you that were asking about a update to Goldbacks, guys, Crawdaddy Stacks coming in at 24. Crawdaddy in the lead at 24, looking for 25, going once. We will have a update video next week via Coin Shop Talk. Guys, vote for Pedro at 25 and staying alive. Going once. Going twice. Vote for Pedro in the lead. Last call. Crawdaddy says it's yours. Vote for Pedro. What's up, cranky old man? How you doing? All in. Fair warning. This bad coin is sold. To vote for Pedro for 25. Every time I see your name, it makes me want to go watch Napoleon Dynamite. Please add that one to the EOS. Nice. Guys, vote for Pedro, giving away his win to the EOS in the nest. I'm going to put that right down there. And you know what? I got some little gram silvers here. And I'm going to give 3 of those to the Midstream as well. I bought these a while back as a little package deal. And so we got 3 grams added in there as well to say thank you to Vote for Pedro for doing that for the nest. You're absolutely epic, brother. All right, next item up, ladies and gentlemen. This is 1897 San Francisco PCGS slab and certified as a fine 15. F15. Very cool. And a better date. This one in a higher grade is extremely expensive, guys. It's one of those ones that is quite surprising how pricey they get when they are a higher grade. This one I do have a reserve at $80. I think that is pretty darn fair. So good luck, guys. Gator Train Chaser coming in at 80, ladies and gentlemen. Cool Thing says nice. Mine's a G4. See? Cool Thing's nose is Morgan's. All right, guys. Gator Train in the lead at 80. Looking for at least 81 to get her done. Going once. Gator Train Chaser in the lead at 80. Looking for 81. Going twice. F15 is a different grade. Sometimes they just do that. It throws me off when I see MS60s and 58s, you know. RavenHawk is by far the best auctioneer we have at WWP. He helped us raise over $538,000. Much love to brother RavenHawk. My absolute honor, brother. All right, guys. Alex Kalish coming in at 85. Crawdaddy says that sounds like a jet fighter. Yeah, the 97.0 gets insane. Yep, man, MS65 is 60K. Holy cow. Going twice to Alex, ladies and gentlemen. Last call, looking for 86 in the mix. Alex in the lead at 85. Will it hold? To be sold. Hey guys, make sure you keep Rob Finds Treasure in your prayers. He had a little bit of a setback with his health issue that he's been having. So just do me a favor. Those of you that pray, give him some love. All right, all in. Fair warning, this bad coin is sold to Alex Kalish for 85. Alex on fire. Your white dog named Loomy. Anywhere gorgeous pup. Oh, Scott Christensen. That is Stephanie's dog. And Loomy is a rescue pup. All right. So this is Alex Kalish. And Loomy has come a long way. I don't see him that often, guys. I see a lot more F12 grades than I do 15s. But you know, it is a respectable grade for that kind of coin. Yeah, so Loomy is a hey Bootsy, how you doing? And thank you for that. You were so kind. I will add Rob to the nightly. Thank you, Especialo. All right, another 1968 BU. Since silver's gone down, this has gone from $40 plus melt down to 39 because it is literally a little over a half ounce of silver, 0.5208. But we will start the bid, excuse me, at $1 whole, my friends. Sorry for that disgusting little burp there. My lunch ain't agreeing with me. Crawdaddy Stacks on the attack, coming in with the George at 25, ladies and gentlemen. Gary S. in the nest coming in at 30, ladies and germs. Buy up gold and silver at 35 and staying alive. Buy up in the lead at 35, looking for 36, going once. Buy up gold and silver in the lead. Going twice. Buy up in the lead at 35. Ladies and gentlemen, do we hear 36? Last call for Mr. Al. Key. Ho, ho, ho. Excuse me. Buy up gold and silver at 35. All in. Fair warning. What warning? This bad coin is sold to buy up gold and silver for 35. Congratulations to buy up gold and silver. And it is time to do a giveaway, ladies and gentlemen. And what we will do is, you know what? I added something to the Midstream, so why not add something to the Midstream? And that will be a 1967 40% Kennedy half to go along with the 33 peso. Just to say thank you. Matter of fact, I will get that into a little holder so that they protect both the items. If you haven't invested in one, ladies and gentlemen, this is the one to get, the Max. These actually are great for numismatic collectors and silver stackers alike if you're putting your stuff in flips, because it gives you flat staples. A little bit more of an investment, but definitely worth it. All right, let me turn on the night bot. And we will get this giveaway started. Good luck, everybody. I'll be back in a couple minutes. RavenHawk coins. Stay tuned. Hey, J-Dog. There's the red stapler. You know, somebody's actually offered me quite a bit for that thing before, but I still have it on my desk. The red stapler. All right, guys. I'll be right back. Hey, buddy. Did you guys have fun? Where's my hose? Where's All right, everybody. Let's see who the big winner is going to be in just a minute. Matter of fact, we got 140 plus in the room. I'm going to give it another minute to make sure people can get an entry in. And then we'll pick the winner for the midstream. Matter of fact, let me find a little something to put those. I think I'll put those 3 grams in a $50 flip. That'll work. All right. And then the Midstream, we're going to give away one of those 1968 Mexican 25 pesos, a 1891 seated Liberty dime, courtesy of Vote for Pedro, and 3 grams of silver to go with it to boot. No better stream than RHC, says OK Weston. Thank you, brother. All right, let's see who the winner is in 3, 2, 1. Booyah! Gary, or I'm sorry, I said Gary. It's Gray-Haired Discoveries, ladies and gentlemen. Gray-Haired Discoveries, you are the winner of the Midstream giveaway. Thank you for being here. We do appreciate it. What's up, CR Powers? How you doing? Welcome to the show. Mike Schleiz is here. Gray hair, make sure you speak up that you got your win. We'll give it another, there we go. All right, so Gray-Haired Discoveries. Congratulations, and thanks for being here. All right, we're going to get on with the rest of this. What's up, CM Silver? All right. Close that. We'll get on to lot number 11 on the night. Oh, this is a gorgeous 1942 MS66 Merc dime and an NGC Trader B holder. CR Powers, I'm doing great, my friend. How are you? And what I noticed there is a tiny bit of rotation to the die. You know what? I didn't notice that before, but there is a slight rotation, so that's kind of cool. And let's see where we're at here. Worth about 40 bucks or so retail. We're going to start off. Guys, SF Kimrush coming in at 40, dropping the bomb on us, my friends. You know what? I do think the Trader B, the purple core really does make the silver pop, my friends. Going once to SF Kimrush. Guys, Cranky Old Man coming in at 42. Shinbone trying to come in at 30, but Cranky Old Man. Cranky Old Man, do we have you registered? If one of the mods knows, let me know. I recognize the name. I'm just not sure if we've had him registered or not. Guys, Shinbone coming in at 45 to stay alive. Going once. Jay Williams at 46. No sales tax in Oklahoma, my friend. Going once to Jay Williams. Going twice. Jay Williams in the lead at 46, looking for 47. You're welcome, Blue Falcon. Shinbone coming in at 50, ladies and gentlemen, with another George. Going once to Shinbone at 50, looking for 51. Going twice. Shinbone in the lead. Last call for Mr. Owl. Key. Jay Williams at 51, ladies and gentlemen, going once. Jay in the lead at 51, looking for 52 like Mr. LeFew, going twice. Jay in the lead at 51. Last call for Mr. Alcohol, ladies and gentlemen. Jay in the lead. Shinbone can't drive. 55. Going once with the Super Snope expert timing by Shinbone.
Going twice, looking for 56, my friends. Shinbone in the lead. Last call for Mr. Alcohol. Jay says, you got me, Shinbone. Outstanding 1768. Hello from Great Britain. Well, thank you, Outstanding. Glad to have you here, man. All right. All in. Fair warning. This bad coin is sold to Shinbone for 55. Davis Wall, y'all. A outstanding 1768. There's 4 different ways to register. If you become a member of the channel, platinum level gets you free shipping within the continental US. But if you become a platinum level and you're in like you said, Great Britain, what we will do is cover the first $5 of shipping. You would have to cover the balance. But that is possible. We do and have done international shipping before. We have people in Canada and elsewhere. So that's how we do it. All right, next item up, ladies and gentlemen, we have the 1904. What's up, S. Martin? How you doing, my friend? VF Plus. We're going to put this under the night or the invisible scopage right here. That is a gorgeous Barber 1904. You can see it's got full liberty. Got a couple little dings on the cheeks, but you know what? It's lived a long life, 122 plus years on the planet now. And there's the reverse. But this is the 1904 VF. And we're going to start this one off cheap. Starting bid at $1, my friends. Good luck, everybody. Good luck. So right there is RavenHawkCoins@gmail.com is our PayPal. What's up, Super Garbage Man? Holy cow, man. Been a long time. All right, let's get that bad boy off the scope so we can see my ugly mug. And Alex Kalish coming in at 25 to stay alive. Dropping another bomb. Going once, ladies and gentlemen. Alex Kalish in the lead. Going twice. Super Garbage Man's been around a long time. So good to see him back in action. Last call for Mr. Alcohol, ladies and gentlemen. Alex is on a run tonight. All in. Fair warning. This bad Barber is going to be sold to Alex Kalish for 25. Congratulations to Alex. Thank you, Super Garbage Man, for bidding as well. I don't know why when I see the name Kalish, I think of DJ Khaled. I guess it's not. It's close, but not that close. All right, next item up, lot number 13. We have a War nickel, ladies and gentlemen, 1942 San Francisco BU coinage. We're going to put it under the scope as well. Gorgeous, gorgeous coin. Right there, 1942. A couple little nicks here and there, but nothing too major. There's the obverse and the reverse. It's got some nice steps on the center. Not full steps, but it still has steps, which is nice to see. And that is the War nickel. All right. That one in its current condition, probably worth about $15, give or take. And we'll start the bid off at $1. Good luck. Heck yeah. Nice nickel. Cool Things coming in at 10, ladies and gentlemen. Cool Things in the lead at 10. And Namaste at 11. Namaste in the lead. Vote for Pedro at 12. Cool Things trying to get back, but vote for Pedro in the lead. Cool Things at 13. Looking for 14, ladies and gentlemen. Cool Things in the lead at 13. Snopage galore. Going once to Jay Williams at 14. Buy up gold and silver at 15. Going once, ladies and gentlemen. Buy up gold and silver at 15. Cool Things trying to get in there, but buy up just a little bit quicker. Looking for 16. Going twice. Guys, Cool Things at 16. Going once. Looking for 17, my friends. Buy up at 17. Looking for 18. Going once. Buy up in the lead. Going twice. Buy up in the lead. Cool Things coming back at 18. Looking for 19. Going once, my friends. Buy Cool Things in the lead. Looking at 18. Buy up coming back on the attack with a George at 20, ladies and gentlemen. Going once. Buy up at 20. Going twice. Cool Thing says it's weird. I never see buy-ups bids. Huh. Last call for Mr. Al. Key. Hall, my friends. Buy-up in the lead at 20. All in. Fair warning. This bad coin is sold. What's up, Silver Surfer? To buy up at 20, my friends. Yeah, make sure you're on live chat. That'll definitely make a difference. All right. Buy up gold and silver. You guys want to see something really cool I bought? And it's something that, you know, you buy it and you're like, ugh, should I have bought that? It's a pricey coin. Here, I'll show you anyways. Check this out. 1885 Carson City. And you can tell that's not my handwriting. That's an MS-64. 1885 Carson City. NGC slabbed and certified. That is a beauty. That thing is pricey to say the least. Yeah. Sold to Crawdaddy, says Crawdaddy Stacks. Cranky Old Man says he'll give me $22. All right, next one up, guys. 1890 Carson City. See, now this is what I was talking about earlier when I see a lot more F12s than I do 50s or 15s. We have a 1890 Carson City. Slabbed and certified by NGC, and I really like the dark patina on this. I think this thing is absolutely epic. Very, very nice coin, to say the least, and a very good hole filler. Unfortunately, on these, I can't give big breaks on them because everybody wants Carson Cities. In this condition, I have the reserve at 175, my friends. 175. I love the gunmetal. Morgan says Cool Things. Very authentic, says Mr. Davis Wall, y'all. Happy early birthday to Ty McFadden. Right on. Happy birthday, brother. Happy birthday to you. Hey, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Ty McFadden. Happy birthday to you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, looking for 175 on the F12. Do we hear 175? Going once. Looking for 175, my friends. Guys, Roy Hathaway coming in with the George at 175. Going once to Roy. Roy in the lead, looking for 180. Going twice. Roy at 175. Last call. Looking for 180, ladies and gentlemen. I know if Frank Mons was in here, he'd be like, ooh, I like it. All right, all in. Fair warning. And this bad coin is going to be sold to Roy Hathaway for 175. Good date to have. That is for sure, Native. That is for sure. All right, let me put Roy's name on here. Thank you, Roy. All right. Congratulations to Roy. Well done. Good deal. All right. Lot number 15 is a MacArthur peso, ladies and gentlemen. These are minted in San Francisco, hence the 1947 MS64 Philippines MacArthur coin. I don't see a lot of these. And when I can find them, I pick them up because they're really darn cool. A very neat piece of history. In this grade, they go for about $100 on average, is what I'm seeing. I have a reserve on it, and it was supposed to be 80. I don't know why it went down to 85 or up to 85. Outstanding 1768. They have listed a few times. There's 4 different ways to literally get registered. Right there is the different ways. I shall return. On a Morgan planchet, I don't know. I think it's a little smaller. Could be wrong. I don't know. But the bid on this one, the reserve is at $80 for the MS64, my friends. Good luck. I seen him going as high as 150. Gary S. in the nest coming in at 80. Vote for Pedro trying to get in there. Gary a little bit quicker on the draw. Pedro at 82, ladies and gentlemen. Pedro at 82. Looking for 83. You know, I mean, hold on. They're the same size. Wayne Lynn going in at 85, ladies and gentlemen. I just did the quick finger measurement, and they're the same distance. So it looks like it is the same planchet. It makes sense. You know, it would have been on a piece dollar planchet. All right, guys, Gary S. at 40. But they didn't make 1947 piece dollars. But you know how it is. Going once to vote for Pedro at 91, ladies and gentlemen. Looking for 92, like Mr. LeFew. Guys, Gary S. in the nest at 92. Wayne Lynn stepping in, but Gary just a little bit quicker. Looking for 93, like we're Johnny T. Going once. Vote for Pedro staying alive at 95. Vote for Pedro in the lead. Looking for 96. Going once, my friends. Gary S. is out. Vote for Pedro in the lead at 95, going twice. Vote for Pedro in the lead, looking for 96. Last call for Mr. Alcohol. Vote for Pedro in the lead at 95. All in, ladies and gentlemen. Fair warning. Warning. This bad coin is going to be sold. To vote for Pedro for 95. 1947 piece dollar only in China. That's funny. Thank you, Vote for Pedro. And everybody else with your bids. B. Steinman, what's going on? All right, so vote for Pedro. Congratulations, brother. Thank you for being here, man. I do appreciate seeing you. We got a nice, busy chat room tonight. We're going to be giving away some silver here in just a bit. We're on lot number 16. We only have 21 items up tonight, so we're pretty far along in the show. Next one up, ladies and gentlemen, another year Carson City. This is a VF30 1891. Gorgeous coin, great patina on there. Very, very nice. Has full wings, the whole nine. Carson City from 1891. That is a very hard date to get. Probably worth about $240 or so in this condition. I have a reserve at $200. Good luck, my friends. Good luck. But a beautiful, beautiful coin. That is a nice filler for sure. The 1891. I was down with COVID for 3 weeks. Holy cow. Vote for Pedro, man. Sorry to hear that, brother. All right. 1891 Carson City VF30. Looking for 200. Going once. This one is about 30-40 bucks under what you would get it at a coin shop if you went to one to buy it. Going twice. Guys, Roy Hathaway coming in with the George at 200. Going once. Welcome to the nest of Pamela Jean Lego. Thank you for joining. Going twice. Native Warrior, I would think it would straight grade. I don't see any major flaws. I don't see it being cleaned. I don't see any big gouges or scratches or rim dings. You know, it's a pretty solid original coin. Pamela 123, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Last call. Roy Hathaway in the lead. The Lone Builder all in. Fair warning. Native Warrior coming in at 205 with the Snope and a George. Holy cow, guys. Native Warrior at 205, looking for 210, going once. Native Warrior in the lead at 205, looking for 210. Do we hear 210? Going twice. Native Warrior in the lead at 205, looking for 210. But here's the thing, Native Warrior. When it comes to, hey, JB7 National, when it comes to coins, you don't want to get things graded unless they're worth about $350, give or take, so that when you try to resell it, you can not have a bunch of grading fees absorbed into it. Last call for Mr. Alcohol. Just as a word of advice for people when they want to buy certain coins, that you don't want to get ones, you know, where it ends up now you do this coin that's $250 in the fees. It's probably worth about $265 if it's graded that way. So you're kind of, you know, stuck as far as profit margin. But Ty is right. If you want it for a registry set, that's for sure. All right, guys, all in. Fair warning, this bad coin is sold to Native Warrior for 205. Thank you, Native Warrior. And thank you, Roy Hathaway. I appreciate you. All right, let me put Native Warrior on here. Very cool. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I appreciate the blessings. All right, lot number 17. Dude, this one was really cool. I don't get a lot of Roman coins, but when I found this one having an actual grade from NGC, it is the Constantius II, issued as Caesar. Very, very cool. What's up, James Warner? And these go for ridiculous money all over the board for the ones that have actual grades, and this one has an actual grade. I do have it at 80 bucks. Love the ancients. That's where I started my collection. Says vote for Pedro. Nice, brother. Very cool. Guys, Mr. Edwards coming in at 80 with the start. Especialo coming in at 90, ladies and gentlemen. Especialo with the George. Outstanding. Did you get registered? Let me look here. Give me a second to see if I got something in PayPal. Dogs are back there having fun with each other. Okay, so I got Prairie Stacker. They're registered. And then add one more in there. Let me see. Prairie Stacker was in there. And Rick D. But I don't see anything for the last person that just tried to bid. That was Outstanding 1768. I gotta have you registered, my friend. All right, so Especialo at 90 going once. Thank you, Rick D. I appreciate you, brother. And Prairie Stacker, the same thing, going twice. Especialo in the lead. Last call for Mr. Alcohol. Especialo at 90, ladies and gentlemen. Looking for 91. All in. Fair warning. This bad coin is sold to Especialo 1 for 90. Very cool coin. And thank you. Thank you, Especialo 1. Don't forget, we're doing a cool Midstream giveaway. Giving away some silver, some Mexican silver, a seeded Liberty dime, and a couple grams. So that's pretty nice. All right, next item up, ladies and gentlemen, 1896 New Orleans AU55. This is another dimes and Roman coins is what Especialo likes, that's for sure. 1896 New Orleans, another semi-key date up for grabs tonight. This one in a little better condition. Harder coin to get. I have the reserve at 250. It goes for about 285 to 290 in any coin shop. So pretty fair. Good luck, my friends. Good luck. All right, looking, what did I say on this? Was 250? Yep, reserve bid is 250. And you know what? If it doesn't go, it doesn't go. We'll put it in the list, or the list. We'll put it in the coins to go down to Texas. It'll go along with that 1885 Carson City, I'm sure. But I always give the nest the first shot at the better coins that are hard to get. I try to do that all the time. The 1885 Carson City, I figured I'm not sure, you know. I'm going to make a short of the recent St. Gaudens Double Eagle I recently purchased. Nice, Native Warrior. Native Warrior, send me a link to it when you make it, and I'll watch it for sure. All right, going once, my friends. Oh, Ty McFadden, the 96O in the higher grades, MS grades, thousands of dollars. Going twice, guys. James Warner stepping in with the George at 250. Going once. Going twice. We're not going to slow roll. Last call. And yes, you will get your $1 refundable deposit back, my friends. You find some nice coins, RavenHawk. Thank you, Brother Bill. I thank you. I appreciate that, my friend. Yes, tens of thousands of dollars. I knew it was thousands and thousands, Ty. All right, all in. Fair warning. This bad coin is sold to James Warner for $250, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to all the new nesties. Heck yeah. Always really cool stuff in here. Thank you, cool things. All right, so that was James Warner. And one of these days, I'm sure I will finally get to meet James. James is good people. All right. We've got three lots left on the night, my friends. Then we'll do the giveaway and call it an evening. This is an 1879 Carson City, ladies and gentlemen. Sitting about a VG8 is what its true grade is probably at. A date that I rarely ever see is the 79 Carson City. A little higher grades on that, insanely expensive coin. At this grade, we're looking at about $225 as the reserve. Probably about a $250 coin, somewhere in there. But the reserve is at $225. That is a tough one, says Rubicon. Yes, sir. Native Warrior killing me with the CC, Raven. You know what? I got my hands on them, and I brought them to the table. Shinbone coming in at $225 with a George. Maybe this spring we will be in that area. Still have to plan that out as part of the trip. Right on, James Warner. Be cool to meet you, brother. All right, guys. Going once to Shinbone for $225. Looking for $230. Going twice. For all you newbies, welcome. RavenHawk is the man. Honest, generous, and just a very cool dude. Thank you, brother. Vote for Pedro. You're cool too, my friend. I bet that coin bought many a beer back in the day. Davis Wall, I wouldn't be surprised. Last call, guys. Shinbone in the lead at $225. Looking for $230. Is it going to hold? All in. Fair warning. Forest Actual coming in with the snow at $230, ladies and gentlemen. Now we're looking for $235 to stay alive. Forest with the last second timing, going once at $230. Looking for $235. Do we hear $235? Going twice. The Killer Underwater Suzuki. Okay, if you got headphones in or earbuds, you might want to turn down the volume for a second. Guys, Shinbone coming in at $235. Looking for $240. But here we go, an Underwater Suzuki in 3, 2, 1. Suzuki! Excuse me, Forrest in the lead at $240, looking for $245, going once. Forrest in the lead at $240, looking for $245, going twice. This CC jumps up fast as you go up through the grades, that's for sure, Native Warrior. Last call from Mr. Al. Key. Ho, ho. Forrest in the lead at $240. All in. Fair warning. This is the underwater auction here at RavenHawk Claims. Forest Actual in the lead, and it looks like this bad boy is sold to Forest Auctioneer for $240. All right, guys. Forrest with the win at $240. What a battle, man. Him and Shinbone fighting it out for the 79 Carson City. All right, Forrest. Congratulations, brother, and thank you kindly. Both of you guys are amazing supporters. Lot number 20, my friends. Lot number 20. This one is a beaut. We're going to put it under the invisible scopage right here. 1826 cat bust $50. It does have a little bit of a gouge right there in front of her. And a little bit above the 26 here. Look at how cool they made these coins, though. I mean, this thing is literally a bad to the bone coin. 200 years old for this bad girl. And look at that, my friends. There's the reverse. Really nice coin. And let's see here. And for some reason, actually the reserve was supposed to be 150. Somehow it says 160. So I did take it down to 150. I hope I look that good when I'm 200, says SF Kimrush. Don't we all, right? All right, so that one is up for grabs at 150. Very nice coin. Good luck. All right, guys. Wayne Lynn coming in at 160 with the George, ladies and gentlemen. Going once to Wayne Lynn. Looking for 165. Going twice. Wayne Lynn in the lead. Last call. When you're the lone bidder, we do not slow roll at all, guys. Best get in balm, says Davis Wall. God. All in. Fair warning. This bad coin is sold to Wayne Lynn for 160. All right. Wayne's World. Party time. Excellent. Thank you, Wayne. All right, this next one, ladies and gentlemen, most of the value in this set is actually in the silver because it does have the Lincoln commemorative dollar in it. It's a 5-coin set. Annex graded at a proof 69 deep cameo. That right there is 90% silver, same size as a Morgan or Peace dollar. And it comes in the wooden set, and you get the 4 proof Lincoln copper cents. We have a reserve on this one. Silver went down a little bit, so I'm going to take the reserve down by about $10. And these are copper, not zinc. That is 100% true. Since silver went down by 10, I'm taking the reserve down by 10. How much for just the box, says Davis Wall. All right. But on this one, the reserve at 115, like I said, most of the value's in the silver and that. So Shinbone coming in at 115, looking for 120, ladies and gentlemen, with the George. Going once. Shinbone in the lead at 115, going twice. We're not slow rolling. You know how we do it, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're not bidding tonight and you're seeing how things are going, just come out the next week. We always have new stuff. I'm trying to find cool stuff all the time. Last call for Mr. Alcohol. But I do appreciate everybody being here. You guys are absolutely amazing. If you become a platinum level member, you do get free shipping. So keep that in mind. All right, all in. Fair warning. This bad coin is sold to Shinbone 5,000 for 115, my friends. Good deal on that one. All right. Shinbone. Thank you, Shinbone. Cranky Old Man, the show Saturday is in Sherman, Texas. Denison/Sherman. It's called the Texoma Coin Show. I will be there on Saturday. All right. A big thank you and shout out to the mods, teacher, and Create Craft Coins and Collectibles. Thank you guys for doing all your hard work. I really do appreciate it because you guys are epic. It means the world to me to get that help from you. And again, thank you to all the other mods. CM Silver, Vote for Pedro, J-Dog, Silver Streak, Invisible River Ranch. I know I'm missing people. And for the people that weren't here, that couldn't make it, that are mods, I appreciate you as well. But thank you, everybody. J Mask, Mud Swat, Brother Doug Wagner. You guys are absolutely epic. And we do make a good team. That's for sure. All right. And then thank you to everybody that purchased something this evening. Lone Star Fox, Vote for Pedro, Alex Kalish, Jay Williams, Cool Things, Buy Up Gold and Silver, Shinbone, Roy Hathaway, Native Warrior, Especialo 1, James Warner, Forrest Actual, and Wayne Lynn. You guys are absolutely epic. All right, so let's get the giveaway started. My pleasure, Mud Swat. Emil says he loves free silver. 3 cheers for Brother RavenHawk, best YouTube auctioneer on YouTube. Thank you, my friend. All right, let me see. Where is the Nightbot? I'm got to find the right button here. All right, everybody. Thank you again for being here. I appreciate you. If there's anything you want to see as topics for numismatic or stacking or whatever you want, within reason, email me, ravenhawkcoins@gmail.com. We'll do our best to see what we can do. All right, I will be back in just a minute. Good luck, everybody. Good luck. All right, ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you everybody for being here tonight. I really, truly appreciate it. I see we got Davis Wall upgraded to a Platinum Penguin. Thank you, Davis. Those of you that sent in a deposit, I'm going to refund that right now, and you are registered for the next auctions in the future. So Prairie Stacker and Rick, you guys are still going to be registered. So I appreciate you guys signing up. It means a lot to me. So let me get in these refunds real quick and then we'll pick the winner. Give me just a minute here. And for those of you that don't know, you know, I had somebody write an email the other day. They were kind of upset that the membership went up in price for free shipping. Well, on average, shipping cost over $5 now. It used to be about $3.90 or so. Now, on average, we're anywhere between $5.50 and $10. Now, sometimes some of them are just under $5. But if you buy more than a few things in the weeks, your shipping is more than paid for by becoming a Platinum Penguin. So keep that in mind. We don't hit you with extra fees or anything weird like that. We try to keep this as fun as possible. All right. So refunds have been issued for those of you that registered via PayPal. And again, thank you. Now let's see who's going to be that winner for the free silver. I'm ready to win some more gold coins, says Davis Wall. Yep. All right. Let's see who's going to be the winner in 3, 2, 1. Booyah! Matt Wing, ladies and gentlemen. Matt Wing, 58, just won. Matt Wing, make sure you are in the room and you claim your prize. If Matt doesn't in about 30 seconds, here we go. Matt is here. He says right on. Well, congratulations, Matt. Much appreciated for the support, brother. All right, everybody. You guys are absolutely amazing group of people. The Nest, I can't say enough good things. I love you guys very much. So please, like always, make sure to take care of one another, my friends. And we'll see you real soon. RavenHawk Coins, have a great day.